All right, let's talk about the Falcons. Now, coming into last season, I was a big advocate for the Falcons. They're the teams I liked the most in the NFC South. And after seeing the recent season, I'm gonna be honest, I don't think the Falcons GM knows how to build a team. I think their free agency was ass. For the last couple of years, the biggest things that this Falcons needed to do is build the pass rush and get more corners other than AJ Terrell. And what did they do? They got Leonard Floyd and just re-signed Mike Hughes. What is going on? Why do the Falcons not know how to build a team? They are just incompetent. And then they lost some offensive lineman pieces, which isn't great either. I mean, I see what they did for agency. I'm not moved. I'm going to give them a D minus. Jesus Christ. Just get a goddamn pass rusher. All right, let's go to the Panthers. Now, the Panthers, there was a lot of expectation they were going to go crazy in free agency to build around this team with Bryce Young. They didn't do anything crazy, but they did some solid moves. Bring in Rico Donald because Jonathan Brooks is always injured is a good move. Only 1 year deal, 1-2 punch with him and Chuba Hubbard. Not mad at it. They got some good defensive depth. Of course, they signed J.C. Horn to that crazy contract, but they got their star corner for the future. They got Wharton, Bobby Brown. They brought in Moreg. I do think they did a solid job in rounding out this defense, and that's the biggest thing. This defense needed a lot of work. So overall, I think it was a solid free agency from the Panthers. Considering what they could have done, the best I can do is give a C plus. They should have made a big time move, but C plus. They did a good, fine enough job. Let's talk about the Saints. The Saints' biggest moves were bringing in Brandon Cooks. Um, I get it. You know, they need wide receiver depth. Olave and Shahi got injured. And then bringing in Justin Reed to play the safety position. Crazy. Two Chiefs safeties went to the Saints, and Reed and Tyron Matthew. I don't know. This team is weird. They don't really have a identity. They don't have a direction. They don't know if Derek Carr will be the future or Spencer Rattler. It's hard to say. Overall, I'll give them a C. It's nothing. They just brought some pieces. It's okay. And lastly, we got the Bucks. They brought in Chris Godwin, which is huge to keep that stability. Brought in and kept Sterling Shepard. Of course, they brought in Hassan Reddick to help that pass rush, which definitely needed it. And they kept Levante David, who's one of the better linebackers in football. Overall, I think they've didn't really need to do much. They were a very good team last year. They have a ceiling, but they are going to be competitive. Not too upset about it. I'll give them a solid B minus for agency.